Hey guys, I wanted to make this video today. I'm here in front of a church in Petersburg, Virginia, the downtown area of Petersburg, and I decided to pull over and do this instead of doing it driving. And I thought maybe it would be a little bit more impactful in front of a church like this, since that's some of the content that I wanted to talk about today, or subject matter, if you will. I really wanted to get into how you can spot people that are either Luciferian or either, on the left-hand path, whether they know it or not. And I run into a lot of these people that I can feel this current or energy inside of them that they may not even themselves realize or identify with yet, but I can feel it nonetheless. And then now that I know this, looking back, I can identify a whole gamut of people that I've known throughout my lifetime that are in this current, and they really don't even know it themselves. They just think that they're different in some kind of manner, and you typically with these people, organized religion is really not going to make sense to them. Most of these people do tend to display a lot of the indigo children aspects, which I myself do like crazy, and I identify with that so much. But one of my friends in particular, who is super powerful, and I know that he knows it, but at the same time he just won't embrace it, to where he can really utilize his abilities to push his desires out into the universe and have them to manifest. All of his philosophy on life and how you create your own reality around you, pretty much everything, it kind of all comes down and comes back to that left-hand path paradigm and philosophy of life, of that you do create your own reality around you at every moment throughout each and every day. And I just kind of had to sit back and laugh, because I'm just waiting for him to come into himself and really accept who he is and what he is, if you will. Because I've told him, like, dude, like, you are definitely on the left-hand path, whether you know it or not. You always have been, and that's really what resonates for him. I know it is. I know it does, without a doubt. But I think that a lot of these people, the problem is that it's their preconditioning and their environment that they've grown up in. And of course, I myself, I grew up in a Christian environment my whole life. Whether I was with my mother or my father, I was always in a Christian upbringing of some sort. Which is not a terrible thing when you're a young child. You need structure, and you need to have those good morals and guidelines instilled within you. But there's many other ways to do that, aside from integrating little Bible stories and Jesus loves you different things into that. Because Lucifer loves you just as much, if not more, right? But that's a different discussion for a different day. I think with this friend of mine that I'm talking about, it's just so hard for him to shake that preconditioning and of what he really ultimately views the left-hand path to be, that it is demonic, therefore that means that it's evil. And I try to tell them all the time, it's, you've got a twisted, warped sense and view of what a demon or entity actually really is. You got to go back several thousand years and go to the origins of these entities and really see what they truly are, and remove the twisted, fucked up shit that Christianity, Judaism, and Islam have added to all of these powerful, powerful beings. Because I have come to realize, and I do believe that it is definitely true, that those are the three main scourges of this earth. That being Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. They're all made to enslave. They're all made to keep order. They're all made to keep people in line. And also made to keep everybody from discovering the true power that lies within each one of them. Somebody that's dumbed down and weak, that doesn't know any better, is very, very easy to control. It's very simple, really. And it's sad that so many people have not woken up yet, and that they don't realize their own inherent greatness that's in with each of them. I can feel it within inside of myself, and I know that I'm no better and no different than anyone else out here, because at the root of it, we're all basically the same. We all have the same wants, the same needs, the basic same desires: to be loved, to have shelter, to have food, companionship. All of us deep down really just need those things. And religion just likes to get in the middle of that basic necessity and needs of ours and just stir the shit all up. And make you feel guilty for things that bring you pleasure. Make you feel guilty for relying on yourself to get the things that you need in your life, instead of praying to a God that is probably never going to ever deliver any of these things to you. And hence, the power over them will always remain. Because there's always that middleman that you have to go to commune with God. You've got to go through the church, you've got to go through the priest, you've got to go through the rabbi, you've got to go through that Islamic leader. I don't even know what the hell that would be called, but I don't want to mispronounce it or look stupid saying the wrong thing, so I'm just going to stick with that. But anyway, how many of you know people like this in your life, where you feel this crazy camaraderie from them, this energy, that current? You can feel that inside of them, and you can feel that greatness, but they won't embrace it because they're either afraid to, or they're just lying to themselves. And I think each of these people will wake up someday, but it's unfortunate how many of them are going to live with regret, because they had wasted all of that greatness on the fears that they have of what it actually really is, or really isn't in this case. Since I've been involved in the left-hand path, I just can't even tell you how wonderful it feels to finally allow myself to be me, to actually be who I really truly am, and not have to just pretend to be somebody that I'm not anymore, or try to be what society wants me to be or thinks that I should be, that I need to fit into this mold of, a perfect American soccer dad, go to work, come home, watch TV, and my wife cooks dinner and washes dishes, and you know, does whatever the fuck I tell her to and shit like that. You know, that's not living to me. I mean, if some people are happy with that, that's cool, that's great. If that's what makes you happy, then fuck yeah, you know, but I just knew that wasn't exactly me. Now, well, I do have children and I love them dearly and I take very good care of them and they are a huge part of my life every single day. You know, they see me when they wake up and they see me when they go to bed, and if they wake up in the middle of the night, I'm there, you know, and I think that is very, very important. If you have children, you need to take care of them, you need to raise them right. You really need to put as much of yourself into them as you can. And take care of them, man. Take fucking care of them, dude. You know? They're gonna grow up to either be you or be just like you. And if you can handle that, then great. If that's what you want, then awesome. But I think we can all agree that we want a lot better for our children than what we had. And we need to strive for that and instill in them appreciation for things, responsibility. Don't just hand them stuff. You know, teach them lessons. Let them learn on their own how to get at what it is that they need in this life and how to stand on their own 2 feet. How to be great themselves and how to use those energies that are inside of them to bring their wildest dreams and fantasies into reality so they can have fabulous lives. And while my friend knows all of these things and he will agree with all of this, there's still just a few things that hold him back from embracing it. And most of that is the false classification that has been put on all of these things by those 3 major scourges of this earth. It's really, really difficult to break something that is that deeply ingrained inside of you. And I understand that for sure. But I also understand how powerful it is when you embrace the truth, embrace who you really are, start living that each and every day, living life to its fullest, really being and coming into yourself and who you really are, and just being like, yeah, motherfucker, that's me, that's right, you know? A force to be reckoned with, each one of us. We can all do great, great things in this world. We can do whatever the fuck we set our minds to, and we can manifest anything. But you have to really, really know that it's possible. I know a lot of people say in magic with it being a science, and I do agree with that, but that a lot of them say that you really don't have to believe that it works or to believe it's gonna work for it to work. And maybe that's true. I don't know. But I kind of feel like you do need to believe that it's gonna fucking work. And I'm not talking about blind faith, I'm talking about basically believing and living that what you want, like as if you already have it, as if you've already attained it, just knowing without a shadow of a doubt, because it's already right there, it's already in your hands, all fucking ready, right? But you've got that level of belief that it's there. Not that it's coming, that it's there, that it's done. It's a motherfucking done deal. But you got what you wanted, you got what you need, and then just let it come into your life. You know, be open. Have your heart chakra just wide open to these opportunities and these possibilities in life. Protect yourself from the bullshit, but be open to the good things. You know? Be open to those awesome opportunities that you've always wanted, but maybe you've been a little scared to succeed somewhat. And I can understand that too, because succeeding in something definitely requires a level of responsibility, a level of follow through. Laziness cannot be a factor in greatness at all. It does require you to get off of your ass and to take action. So take action, man. You know, do something. Do something fucking great for yourself. Do something to move your personal ball forward every day. Whether that's just taking good care of yourself and seeing your physical fitness goals to whatever it is that you're trying to attain. Maybe it's money, maybe it's a job, or maybe it's a position higher up than where you're at right now that you need to work hard to get. Because remember, guys, you know, even if you do rituals and you do spells and you do magic to bring these things into your life, it does require your work though too. Shit's not always just going to fall into your lap while you sit there playing Xbox. You know what I mean? Or sit there fucking nodding out on heroin or some shit. You know? You need to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, take good care of yourself, feel that inferno of power that lies in your root chakra, that internal black flame that you have. Ignite that shit. You can check out one of my other videos that talks about that. And there's some different chants that you can do to kind of awaken that inside of you. And once you do, you're just going to be unstoppable. As long as you maintain and keep up with yourself. We all know when we're letting ourselves slip. We all can identify when we're going down that wrong road. You can feel yourself declining. You can feel your energy starting to wane. Don't let that shit happen. Don't let that fucking happen, dude. Have fun sometimes, indulge a little bit. But don't give up on your life for just a few little moments of pleasure here and there that are really just going to lead to longer moments of intense pain and misery. And not only on you, but on the ones that you love and on the ones that count on you each and every day. You gotta lead by example in all things. Especially when it comes to your children, you know. You want to be somebody that they look up to. Hell, you want to be somebody that everybody looks up to, right? Because isn't that what we need to do in being the best that we can be? That's the only way that we're going to be able to move forward on the left-hand path, is to have others recognize what we're about, who we are, that we are great people, that we're powerful people, that we're compassionate people, that we're loving people, that we're not evil people. We're not going to let people fuck us around, push us around, and spit on us and shit. You know, if somebody comes at me, I want to push right back, you know. I'm not just going to, like, turn my other cheek and say, give it to me even more, motherfucker, because they definitely will. They definitely will, and then they'll use your ass as a doormat. And I'm not saying to be an asshole, I'm just saying, or to be aggressive, you know, by any means. I'm not saying to be the aggressor, I'm just saying to stand up for yourself. Don't let people push you around. Don't let people make you feel powerless and weak, because haven't we all had enough of that in this lifetime already? Feeling powerless and weak, of having other people say what to do, how to do, when to do it, what days of the week it needs to be done. I know I have. And so I do what I can do on a daily basis and try to change that. And it's definitely working like a motherfucker. So it's not hard. You just have to take that first step. And that can always be the hardest part. You know, you just have to kind of remember this old philosophy, if you will, of